Well, in today's episode, I've got two stories for you. One is really short and the other one is an update on a previous story. It seems John Steenhuisen has had to apologize for a photo fiasco. Let's get into it. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Newsflash. I'm your host, Emilio. Thanks for tuning in.
My wife's good.
Did I hear that correctly?
Okay, so the first story, which is very quick and very simple. Some of you may have seen my short that I did recently. I'm going to play it again now in case you haven't seen it.
And everyone, we're launching the Truth Report, a center-right amalgamation of podcasters in South Africa who are we're going to amplify the voice and the narrative to try and help save this country from the ANC, EFF, MK, and from leftists and socialists and racists. So I'd be honored if you would join our WhatsApp group. We're going to launch the Truth Report in about 2 weeks. But if you're on the WhatsApp group, we'll just inform you every day of what podcasters, what articles, what stories, and it'll be non-invasive, and we want to get it into the millions of people. So you'll be the first. Please sign up.
Exciting news indeed, ladies and gentlemen. You may have seen Rob herself talk about this before. Truth Report is going to be announced officially very soon. And if you are interested, if you want to be part of that WhatsApp group or that WhatsApp channel, then the link is in the description and in the pinned comment. The reason why I'm talking about it again is because unfortunately, for some reason, the link didn't work in the short that I made. Hopefully now it works. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the link is in the description or in the pinned comment. And in other news, photo fiasco, Steenhuisen admits mistake, apologizes to de Jager. Now, some of you may remember an episode I did a little while back. So I'll leave a link in the description if you guys want to see that detailed video. But suffice it to say very quickly that de Jager was erased from a photo that was published in the newsletter The Seed, with many critics calling it a Stalin move. Well, it seems John Steenhuisen apologized because in his letter to de Jager, Steenhuisen writes that he formally apologizes for the edited photo. I consider this unacceptable and would like to confirm that the action in question, to doctor the photo, was not approved by anyone in the ministry or by myself. However, as the responsible minister, I accept that ultimately I must accept responsibility. Steenhuisen argues that the incident was a serious error of judgment by officials responsible for compiling the department's internal newsletter. As a result, measures have been put in place to ensure that not such errors are made in the future and that any controversial editorial decisions will first be clarified with the Director General or myself.
You got fired.
John Steenhuisen's spokesperson confirmed that a junior staff member in the communications department felt it was an appropriate decision to edit de Jager out of the photo.
That is shocking.
It was not noticed by the editorial team and clearly an oversight error, she said. Now, apparently this junior staff member thought it was a good idea to erase de Jager because of a previous article that was released by News 24. Not my advisors. Steenhuisen distances himself from controversial farmer Theo de Jager. So it's because of this article that this junior editor decided to erase Theo from this photo. So the spokesperson has come out and said 2 staff members were warned about the way internal newsletters are compiled and strict controls have been put in place to ensure that this kind of thing does not happen again. Okay. She says that since the Department of Agriculture was separated from Rural Development and Land Reform on 1 April, the staff members in question are no longer part of the Department of Agriculture. Well, that's convenient. Okay, I just want to interrupt for one quick second because I have an important announcement. I've been nominated as a finalist in the Free SA Young Leaders Awards under the media category. If you've been enjoying what I'm doing here on Newsflash, then please do me a solid. Go vote for me. Just click the first link in the description or the pinned comment. Every vote helps. Let's make this happen. This really feels like DA trying to do damage control over what happened. I don't know, maybe a junior editor just thought he would take the initiative and be like, well, they're going to tell me to erase him anyway, so I'm going to erase him from history. Who cares? I just feel like this is just some kind of excuse. A part of me really feels like they tried to get away with this, they were caught, and now they've come up with this whole elaborate excuse, which quite frankly does sound plausible too. So it's really difficult, and aren't those the best lies too? But here's the interesting part. So Theo de Jager himself has commented on this story, and here's what he had to say on X, and neither asked to be in that photo nor complained about being edited out of it. John Steenhuisen explains that an official reacted on disinformation in News 24 that he distanced himself from me. False news reports have consequences. When will Media 24 replace embarrassing editors? And there's something very interesting about the editors, but I'll get to that in a moment. Have a look at what John said to Theo. So this is screenshots included in Theo's post. A direct message from John saying, "Hi Theo, News 24 article is factually incorrect. I have not distanced myself from you or anybody else. I was sent a set of questions which basically alleged you were working in my office. For full transparency, I set out the questions asked and the answers provided below." Unfortunately, we don't get that section of the message. Oh, what we do get is another part where it says, "It's absolute bulldust, Theo. I did not distance myself from you. I'm happy to write to them to clarify if that is what is required. I can only take responsibility for my comments, which I sent to you. I cannot take responsibility for N24 or News 24 sensationalism." So it sounds like News 24 was asking John some questions. John replied at the approval of Theo, and News 24 in typical fashion, sensationalizing everything, lying about everything. So in other words, this article was a complete lie.
Shocker.
And ladies and gentlemen, here is the interesting part about this article. Look at who had a part in writing this story. Kyle Cohen. Now, if you're wondering who Kyle Cohen is, he is the same person who wrote this cock. Kyle Cohen.
Why am I not surprised?
This Kyle Cohen guy doesn't really have a good track record of writing good articles, or actually factual articles for that matter. But then again, I think that's a common trend with News 24. But besides all that, do you guys think it was a mistake? Do you think that a junior editor really did make a bad judgment call? Let me know in the comment section below, ladies and gentlemen. Personally, I'm not sure what to make of it. Like I said, it does feel like the DA is doing damage control because it did come out that the photo was doctored, but the excuses could be plausible. So let me know your thoughts. What do you think? Also, please consider becoming a member to this channel. It goes a long way to supporting me and helping me to produce content for you guys. All the details on how to become a member and the perks you get when you're a member is on that join button below this video. And if you can't become a member, that's okay. Please consider giving a super thanks or sasa thanks, as we call them on this channel. And while you're leaving a comment, don't forget to leave a like, share this video far and wide, and subscribe to the channel. I've got more content coming your way. And with all that being said, thanks for watching. Your Newsflash is in.
If you tug on your horse's tooth, you'll notice something strange. Look closely. It's extremely long. Well, how long would it be if I pulled it all the way out? Well, monkey teeth are short. Porcupine teeth are exceptionally long, and horse teeth grow like push-up popsicles. When the tooth wears down, there's extra tooth inside the jaw that can push up to replace it. So how long are these teeth? Well, that's pretty long.